Welcome to this week's Weekly Action Central Extra. I'm Kendra Sheehan. Today's special guest is Kevin Lee of Seattle U Men's Golf. And Kevin, the golf championship coming up this week in Arizona at Chaparral Pines. What are you looking forward to most as you're gearing up for another big tournament for you?
Um, I'll say the game is in a good shape, so I'm really exciting. Obviously the goal is to try to defend my title and hopefully I can win it with my team this year. The team is also in a pretty good shape, I would say. I know that everybody has their game. It's just we couldn't figure out a tournament that, everybody shoot at their best. And I'm sure if we do so, we have a good chance of winning the event.
Hey, you mentioned you feel like your team is doing really well. How do you put it all together this weekend to come away with that team title and have it as a team go to that NCAA tournament?
I would say what I will try to do is share some experience that I had from last year during the practice round with the boys, and hopefully there are some useful experience and information that will help um, them as a team, and save a couple strokes here and there. Um, and I mean, honestly, couple strokes per round is really large when we add it up at the end, and I think that's pretty much all we need to do, just play the golf course smart. It's definitely a course that requires just really good execution and put the ball in the right position. So I think that's a plan for me right now.
And I mean, as just a sophomore, last year you're the WAC freshman of the year, you win the individual title, obviously. And but as just a sophomore, what kind of leadership position have you been thrust into based upon the fact that, still an underclassman, but you have so much experience and you have that NCAA tournament experience?
I honestly wasn't thinking too much about that, like I would say everybody on this team is, good guys, very inclusive. So the team environment's really good, and so I don't really think too much about being a leader, especially as a sophomore. Um, I'm just always, trying to be a friend, share information, um, try to improve with other people, and try to make a better result as a team. I think that's just the way I look at it right now. Um, definitely winning the WAC is a big deal, and able to do so in the freshman year is a big moral booster for me. But yeah, it'll be even better to win it with the boys this year. So really looking forward to give it a good run.
100%. And looking at you and what you've been able to do this season, I mean, you're placing in the top five at several of your tournaments. And how have you upped your game? What do you like about what you're doing now heading into this championship?
I did make some adjustment about the games here and there just to make it more consistent, and um, I'll call it a little epiphany moments, but it actually helps. So um, I'll gladly take it and try to take as much experience as I can. And yeah, recently the game feels pretty decent, so um, I think I'm in a good spot.
What were some of those epiphany moments that you had?
It's something related to technical side of the game. So kind of maybe in the fall season and the I would say even the first one in the spring, I was a little struggling and my ball wasn't really as consistent as I wanted. That put me in a spot that I can't really focus on the tournament as much as I wanted, even though I know what I should do mentally. It's just like, on some random holes, you just have one blow up shots that will just, ruin your mood a little bit and really build a big number on the card, and that really just kind of what it is until I kind of just found myself, just need to go back to the basic, check the fundamentals, check the setup, um, try to get closer to the textbook because there's a reason that the textbook swing is textbook swing. So, um, yeah, that's basically it. Like, I try to make it simple so I can also execute it in the tournament, and it has been helpful. So that's just uh, what I've been doing lately, and my plan for this summer is also just practice a whole lot, and really just try to pound the fundamental into like a natural form that I'm, used to as a default. So it's gonna be um, just naturally a part of my game, hopefully.
Almost like muscle memory. You just keep doing it so many times.
Yes, that's the plan.
Looking back at, when you first picked up a golf club, tell me about what that moment was like. How old were you? And at that time, did you know, okay, golf is what's going to take me to the United States to play Division I college athletics?
Um, that's a little long in the memories, but I think the first time that I've ever picked up a golf club is probably like maybe three. It's not like a real one, it's probably a plastic one. My mom was a really good golfer, and she's the one that brought me into the game. I'll just um sit on the range, watch my mom hit balls, and just get constantly impressed. And uh, I wanted to play like that one day as well. So I really got into the game when I was really young, and um, I would say since I started to learn golf like really seriously, about 5 or 6, I know that my dream is to become a professional golfer, but I honestly haven't think about coming to the States and play Divisional One golf until later on in my life, like probably I would say more towards the end of elementary and middle school, ish, probably like 12 or 13. That's when I kind of just think more about the future, no more knowledge compared to when I was really young, and kind of plan a little bit more for myself, decide that D1 golf is um, gonna gain me more knowledge and experience that could be really helpful going to professional golf. And turning pro early is a big thing in China, and a lot of my friends that I grew up playing junior golf with is already turning, like he's already a pro. They turn pro um, probably once they become adult, like 18 or 19. So um, I just think that, Divisional One golf definitely has some stuff that you otherwise wouldn't get. Um, so I just decided to give that a shot, and um, also looking back at the high school golf, like I was in Vancouver, BC for that. I wasn't playing for the school, but I was just playing individually. My game wasn't great um, for like that last year, so that's why I ended up gap year and started to play better and started to get the game back closer to the right track. And yeah, I'll say so far Division One golf is working pretty well, and it's giving me the knowledge that I want. Obviously, it could always be better, but I'm pretty happy with the takeaways.
You mentioned, a lot of people in China turning pro early. How much pressure does that put on you, and everyone carving their own path? Do you feel a lot of pressure? You kind of know, I mean, what you've been able to accomplish in your freshman year of college golf has been so impressive, but how do you kind of deal with that side of it?
Yeah, it's honestly hard because especially for me because I'm more like uh the type of guy who would look at others' opinion too much. And like those those players back at home are all like friends of mine. They didn't really like say things to me about these, but I will always get some words here and there from parents and stuff. Like, like, well, those friends that grew up playing with you like are already making monies on the tour, like China tour or something. And um, like I know it's for sure not malicious or like trying to screw me or something. But it definitely gave me a lot of pressure, especially when I was in high school, I feel like, because I would say just a tough period of time, but it definitely gave me a lot of pressure when I was in high school. Um, Even the first year of college, like maybe even after winning WAC, like um, comparatively, it might not seem as big of a deal as, turning pro and getting some good scores in the pro events, although the competition level is probably honestly pretty much similar. Like China Tour isn't as competitive. Um, However, I think the more I experience college, the more I look at things in a more mature way, I'll call it. Like at the end of the day, like everybody has their own path in their life, and um, you just need to take your path. You can't really rush over things that will only lead you to bad results and screw you up rather than help you. Um, Especially like, you know, professional golf is really hard, and a lot of people are grinding for it for their whole life and can't even make it. Um, so yeah, just pretty thankful and have a lot of gratitudes about where I'm at right now and what I've been getting and all those takeaways, and I think is definitely worthy. Like in 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 theory, I could be way better off if I turned pro early, but it could also easily goes the other way as well. So there's not really any um there's just no ifs in life. So I just wouldn't want to like consider that too much and not not even leave a doubt in my own head. So yeah, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, you never know what could happen. And, look, now that you have gone the college route, you're in Seattle. What has been your favorite part about just being a part of the team the past year and a half and just getting those experiences that you also wouldn't probably get turning pro without having that college experience and having that different type of lifestyle and enjoyment from golf as well?
Mm, mm, there's definitely a lot. I haven't really explored the city too much.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not the type of guy who likes to go out a lot. It might sound boring, but I would say the favorite part is the hitting room. Like I got a good trackman and just a pretty cozy little space that I would just love to go in the school. That's definitely one of my favorite. Um, Others might include like as I said, like all my teammates are good guys and I like them. Like those I don't really hang out with them too much, but whenever I do, I feel like it's usually pretty good. Like I remember watching Master Wisdom this year, just pretty recently, and we were all getting like emotional roller coaster with Rory's final round, and there were a lot of fun moments like watching the tournament with them for sure. Um, and uh, Another thing I would say is that like going on the road with them, those tournaments are definitely very, very memorable. A lot of jokes made on the trip. A lot of like just lifetime memories, I would say.
Well, you'll get a chance to hit the road. Seattle U will partake in the WAC Men's Golf Championship held in Payson, Arizona. It's this Friday through Sunday. You can follow WAC Sports social and our website for the latest live scoring and all the updates on the tournament. Kevin, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.